Yeah, we were talking before we started to record, and when I looked up the numbers and saw 71st in total defense last season and 58th in scoring defense, I thought the numbers were going to be better than that because the Clemson effort was decent. North Carolina State on down the line, really Notre Dame put up big points and big yardage in week one. The Wake Forest game wasn't the best, but I thought the defense was better than that, what they showed statistically. But the good news is, besides the best player on the defense, just about everybody's back. So we'll start on the defensive front. No Keir Thomas, no Jermaine Johnson, huge losses there, but set us up with the guy that's your favorite incoming player.
Yep, I have a whole lot of high expectations for Jared Verse. So does, I think, a lot of the fan base and the coaching staff. I do think that fans might need to slow it down just a little bit. This isn't a Jermaine Johnson who was competing with SEC dudes over there in Georgia, who just most recently won a national championship. But he told us, at least in a recent interview with NoleGameday, that he does know there's a lot of high expectations. They are expecting a lot out of him. And he's very impressive in person. We got to see him last Tuesday and this first practice on Saturday of how impressive he is. He's definitely put on some pounds, but his speed factor is key here. So I'm expecting quite a bit out of him, and I'm looking forward to a big spring for him. And then on the other side, I think it's going to be a competition between three guys. It's going to be between Derek McLendon, who's a veteran guy who he was working on the inside and now on the outside, rocking number 9 now, single digits, moving from 55. And then you've got Dennis Briggs, who's rocking number 6, who was injured last year in a cheap chop block there that hurt him. And then behind that is Krishawn Fuller too. So these three guys are really going to compete for that number 2 on the other side, left side, right side, wherever. I know Jared Verse, we saw on Saturday, was on the right side for a little bit, but there's a lot of options that on the other side on the defensive end group. And there's even young guys like Chambray Jackson. You got Byron Turner, and you've got quite a few more guys like Patrick Payton who have put on some pounds this offseason. So there's defensive ends there. There's guys with experience, but it's going to be tough. I think it'll be significant in the start of the season when you don't have Jermaine Johnson out there and Keir Thomas, because those two were a nasty tandem. I can't believe the NFL Combine screwed up and didn't invite Keir Thomas, who was getting accolades left and right every week in the ACC for his performance, because, either way, if Keir Thomas was making a play or bringing pressure, then Jermaine Johnson was able to get the sack, and then vice versa. Those guys were a nasty tandem last season. So they will be missed, but there's guys that are going to have to step up. And I think there's a lot of expectation, not only for Verse, but McLendon and Fuller. These guys got to get ready to rock.